Well, hello, my friend. Welcome back to another episode of the From Chaos to Peace podcast, where I talk about how clutter is so much more than you think, and we put a spiritual twist on clearing that clutter to get organized. Thank you so much for allowing me back into your ears. Well, hello, my friend. I'm your host, Conny Graf. Welcome back to another short, easy listening summer 2025 episode. My goal is that these mini episodes are here to help you pause, reflect, and that you can take away one small mindset shift that brings you from chaos to peace. Plus, I give you a recommendation for a past podcast episode for further listening. Today, I want to talk with you about courage. To change anything in our life, whether that's letting go of our chaos or finally looking at our finances, courageousness is what we need. And courage is a choice, and you will need to choose it again and again. First, we need the courage to do the things that are uncomfortable, because changing things are usually outside of our comfort zone. And if we do the things we've always done, we get the results we've always gotten. So we need the courage to change ourselves, change our habits, and have the courage to change our thinking. Then secondly, we also need the courage to commit, to step up even when we're unsure or nervous. We need to commit to do it. Not just once, but to commit to that path of doing things differently. So instead of asking, how do I get more organized? Or how do I get a handle on my finances? We ask ourselves instead, do I have the courage to commit to do the things that will make me more organized and more in control of my finances? Because nothing will change unless we're willing to do the work. And this is also important. There is a big difference between understanding and knowing. We understand with our mind, but we know with our whole being, with our mind, body, and soul. And unless we take action, we never really know. We may understand, but we will never really know. We never really know if something works for us, how it feels to actually do it, and what results it brings us, not anyone else, us. We can read the books, take the courses, listen to the podcast, but if we don't apply what we learn, nothing truly changes. When we do apply it, day after day, it sinks into our body and it becomes true knowing. As an example, you can't learn to swim by reading a book or watching a video or hearing someone else talk about it. Only when you get into the water and you practice to do the suggested motions, you will learn to swim. Knowing includes understanding. We understand with our mind, but we know with our whole being. But that's exactly what our brain doesn't want to do, right? It does not want to be courageous and take action. It wants to stay put where it is. That's why change is hard. If you have the courage to act, to experiment, to try new things, you will develop self-confidence and more courage through your willingness to take action. And in the beginning, we might have to do it without self-confidence, but just with courage. And we have to commit to take action because taking action is more important than doing it right. For all the perfectionists out there, including myself. Because we need test results and feedback. That's how we learn what works for us, what doesn't work for us, and what we want to try next. And that's how we change things, by getting to know ourselves better and what works for us through courage. But thirdly, and that might be perhaps the most important of all, we have to have the courage to have our own back when things don't go as planned. To not beat ourselves up. to not second guess our decisions, to try something that has turned out not to work for us. If we wouldn't have tried it, we wouldn't know if it works for us. Remember? Only through action we know. I learned that from Brooke Castillo, to have my own back. It doesn't come naturally to me. I tend to want to do things perfectly, and if they don't work right away, I try to hide in shame and beat myself up. Brooke told me that instead of beating myself up, I have to have my own back. That means looking at what went wrong or what didn't work as feedback, not as a declaration of failure or that something is wrong with me. Then, with that insight, I tweak my approach and I have the courage to try again. So have the courage to have your own back. Because if you know you will have your own back when things don't go as planned, it becomes also easier to have the courage to try the things. And your self-confidence will grow even more. The courage to act and embrace change provides the mindset and the willingness to initiate and persevere through the discomfort of change, most importantly through having your own back. Complementing this is, of course, my mantra, a few minutes a day keeps the chaos away, because it's the power of small daily actions that lead to sustainable transformation. And together, courage, commitment, consistency, and having your own back are all the key elements for change. So the main message of today's episode is, understanding isn't enough. Courage to take action turns it into knowing. Only by doing the actions will you move from understanding to knowing. So embrace courage and start doing the actions that get you from understanding to knowing, no matter what you want to change in your life. If you want to hear more on this topic of taking action, you can listen to episode 56 called It Only Works If You Do the Work. And also episode 165, How to Start Your Decluttering Journey. And if you'd like help with having courage, committing, and to bring more order and peace to your physical, digital, and/or financial life, I'd love to support you. Book a free 30-minute call and bring your chaos to me. I'll help you identify one clear, doable action step to move you from chaos to peace, starting right now. Whether that's clearing your path to peace of mind, which is mental and emotional clutter, peace of space with physical and digital clutter, or peace and profit, financial clutter. And we can also chat about whether working further together feels like a fit. You find the link to book your own Bring Your Chaos to Me consultation in the show notes. Okay, my friend, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening all the way to the end. Talk to you next time, and let's keep creating more peace in our life, one day at a time.